Not only do they want to rebuild every building in America, get rid of all of our cars, and stop the cows from farting, now AOC and Bernie Sanders want to open up a public bank in the post office. Now, what could possibly go wrong with that plan? Last week, Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Socialist Senator Bernie Sanders unveiled their spanking new proposal to open up a government-run bank through the Postal Service. Now, that would be the same U.S. Postal Service, mind you, that runs about as smoothly as the D.C. Metro and reported a net loss of $3.9 billion last year alone. But sure, let's hand them all of our money. Now, after getting pushback for suggesting we all open savings account with the same entity that can barely deliver grandma's birthday card, AOC is now complaining that Republicans are so focused on a border wall that they aren't coming up with enough solutions to fix all the problems Democrats want to tackle, including income inequality, healthcare, the climate crisis, and racial injustice, etc. So let me explain a basic concept here because it's very simple. Conservatives don't have as many solutions as liberals because we understand that it's not the federal government's job to fix everything. It's not the federal government's job to solve everyone's student loan problems or to ensure everyone's housing, make sure they all have free food, or guarantee their income. In fact, the federal government has already become exponentially bigger than it was ever intended to be. It was never the federal government's role to take over education and make decisions best left to states and localities. It was never the federal government's job to protect every single wildlife species or steal land from states every time a president wants a new national monument, or to forcibly take taxpayer money and hold it for Social Security. It's not the role of a centralized government to hand out millions in taxpayer money for grant programs, to put on doggy Shakespeare plays, or train mountain lions to walk on treadmills. Both things that actually happened on our dime, by the way. It's not the government's job to control the weather, or make sure every other country has enough money, or to guarantee universal health care. And it's sure as heck not its job to open up a bank in the post office, particularly when everything the government touches winds up looking like a first grader's botched science experiment. According to our founding documents, the federal government's job is actually very limited. It's not to guarantee equality of outcome for every single person, regardless of their own personal choices. It's simply to make sure every person has the freedom and liberty to succeed according to their own ability and hard work, to regulate interstate commerce and infrastructure, and to provide for a common defense, which, yes, includes a secure border. It's a short list, and it was written that way on purpose. And the only people who don't like it are those willing to trade freedom for a false sense of security, and the politicians who want to profit off of that exchange. We don't have as many solutions because we believe that people are their own solution. That's been the whole point of America from the beginning. In fact, Congresswoman, if you look towards the Washington Monument, there's a building about half a mile from your office, got big white columns, says National Archives at the top. Now, in that building is a document called the United States Constitution. It's pretty old, a little hard to read, it's in cursive, but you know, if you go to pay Dan Crenshaw a visit, I'm sure he'll happily lend you his pocket copy. And that's your Reality Check, America. Make sure you like us on Facebook and Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube page, and stay sane out there.